It's time for our first appeal, and we need your help to catch the armed gang who broke into a family home and even attacked an 8-year-old girl.
Literally dropped everything and run out the door, jumped in my car and got here as quick as possible. I feared the worst. What's this one called?
That's Chocolate. He's the famous one.
Family man and pub manager Stephen Hughes lives with his wife Kellyanne, who he married last year, and his 8-year-old stepdaughter, Olivia. One evening in February, Stephen went out around 7 p.m. to work on a charity single he'd been producing in his spare time.
I was up at the recording studio. We'd been working on a Hillsborough charity single, and we were just putting the final touches to it.
He left Kellyanne getting Olivia ready for bed.
I was expecting to be out for an hour, maybe 2 hours.
But not long after he'd left, Stephen received a call from his wife.
Hello? Obviously very upset, saying she could hear noises.
Someone in the house.
Coming from downstairs, she was upstairs with Olivia. And saying there was somebody getting in the house. From the tone of her voice, I could tell it was something serious.
3 intruders had broken into the house. Kellyanne saw them from the landing and, terrified, barricaded herself and her daughter into the bathroom as the men came up the stairs in pursuit.
He pushed the door open, grabbed hold of Olivia and punched her in the head, still with the knife in his hand. One had a machete.
As the attack continued, the men demanded money and jewellery. By this time, Stephen and his friend were rushing back to the house.
And what would normally be about an 8-minute journey, we managed to do in about 3 or 4 minutes.
But when he got home, one of the intruders was lurking in the driveway.
A man ran out the house with an axe, and he ran towards me, and he went to feign to throw it, and then he feigned to throw the axe again, swing it at me, and then run off into the other direction.
In his desperation to find Kellyanne and Olivia, Stephen rushed into the house.
And I opened the door and screamed for Kellyanne and Olivia's name, and there was no answer. And walking up them stairs, I feared the worst. I thought I was going to find them dead. And that feeling lived with me for a very long time.
Eventually, Stephen found Kellyanne and Olivia at a neighbour's house, hiding underneath the table.
Olivia was hysterical, crying, sobbing, shaking from head to toe, and so Kellyanne.
Thankfully, none of the family were seriously injured by the attack, but there have been devastating consequences.
I've been left with an overwhelming sense of I should have been there. Like, I was powerless to be there and help them in the time of need. But that's something I've got to live with. Kellyanne and Olivia were diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. Olivia's gone from a happy-go-lucky, outgoing child to quite introverted at times and pretty much a nervous wreck. She's terrified to be on her own. She's got hiding places in the house. Just the mere mention of the incident, she breaks down crying.
I'm nervous every night and day in case they come back or someone else comes.
I'm 100% certain that there's people out there who know who's responsible for this. The people who destroyed a child's life, which we're struggling to rebuild.
It's absolutely horrendous, and with me now is Detective Inspector Jason Pye from Merseyside Police. Jason, the level of violence that was used during this burglary was seriously distressing, wasn't it?
It was seriously distressing to the family. I mean, weapons was used, the young child was assaulted in the house as well. So obviously we were really keen to speak to anybody who can give us information in relation to this offence.
And you're hoping that people, even who don't normally come forward with information, after seeing the extent of this attack, this burglary, that they will?
Definitely. You know, we've got an innocent woman and child in their own home. These two people have gone in there, they've attacked them with weapons. You know, we would ask anybody to search their conscience today, come forward with information, come and talk to us and help us identify those responsible.
And the CCTV, I mean, that highlights the level of violence, doesn't it? Talk us through that.
It does. The CCTV is captured from the front of the home. You see Stephen arrive home and you can see that he's confronted by one of these offenders. He's brandishing an axe towards him. I mean, it's horrendous. You can see that for yourselves. And again, I'd ask anyone to look at those images, and if you can tell us who the action man is, come forward and give us that information.
What did they take from the family?
They took a number of items. There was a wedding ring, an engagement ring, a number of watches and a handbag as well. And obviously we're still really keen to trace those items.
And as you said, this is something that has really affected the family, especially Kellyanne and Olivia, who've been suffering from post-traumatic stress. They
have. I mean, the young child's 8 years of age at the time. She's witnessed this in her own home. But I would like to reassure the public that this type of offence, thankfully, is extremely rare.
Jason, thank you very much. Raf.